Hello, it is me once again, and I'm looking at this picture here to give you the reason why. Well, this, well, yeah, hello, it's me once again, and to tell you about the situation of, this is just recently released right here by the city of St. Petersburg, Florida. Here it is. And yes, this is a new issue for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, and for USL team there, the founder for sure. I found out that St. Petersburg, Florida, that they end up is planning to build a uh, a market district plaza in the West End this area. See, this will not affect the end up for 2026, 2027 other rowdies outlined, but the problem is phase two is a nightmare park because they had to go right over the state. And yes, one of the other, and I did not read this, which includes a demolition of Allen Stadium. Yes, and I forgot to notice right now for sure. Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay Rowdies, if you know that team, is really good in your USL can be used. And they end up playing the historic home at Allen. It's almost like it's like the Portland, it's like USL's version of Portland Timbers in Oregon. So at Providence Park, it's really historic. It's really they built the foundation, yeah, the the fortunes, their legacy, their domination, and even their dynasty back then outlined for many years. It's just always been home. And the problem is, the Rowdies might have to wait goodbye at the home of the former Rowdy dynasty for many years. So where is all they planning to go? The real question is. And the problem is, yeah, I think it might play the temporary home into Tampa Bay new soccer stadium though. Hopefully NWSL, or if not NWSL, USL Super League. So there's some sort. They might play temporary home, and at this stadium showed here that the Rowdies can use as a temporary home. Yes, a temporary home. Similar as Inter Miami did for at Chase Stadium. Yeah, this is a similar situation for the Rowdies. So why they? The problem is this stadium is gonna be way too big for the standards in USL. So that means they can play a temporary home at the women's stadium here, in 2028 for the Rowdies. And after that, I might end up likely got a new home somewhere that they think they can build at. And I'll just show you on Google Maps right now for sure. If I type this up first, it'll show you. Here it is. Right now, I'm gonna show you where the Rowdy Stadium is. If I find it first. Aha, found it. This is the Rowdy Stadium. It'll show you on satellite. Located right there. So, it'll turn on the satellite palette. It'll show you on. Okay. Here's the Rowdy Stadium. They're playing that right now at Al Lang. So, where are they going to probably go by then? I think the only option it is there is to. The stadium's not far from the Rowdy Stadium, and to go straight down this Tropicana Field. Yes, there's a huge landmass, huge amount of landmass right over here at Tropicana Field. So here's I think the best solution is for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. This one, the only option I think they can do is move to the NWSL for like a short amount of time for as a temporary home. It's kind of like it's used for like a rent off from the women's soccer team in Tampa Bay. And after that, they can move to the new stadium right over at the same direct spot as Tropicana Field was. Yes, you're gonna see that right. Already planned to demolish or implode Tropicana Field and replace with the Rowdies' new stadium right at this site that is shown right here. So yeah, so that means the main plan is that they had to demolish Tropicana Field to replace with the Rowdies' new stadium for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. So yeah, there is a new home. And look at how big this parking slot is. It's pretty huge. If they renovate the whole entire parking slots in this at the same time, and also include this too, to renovate this whole entire area that shows the parking slots shown here too, did the next perfect parking for the new Rowdies' new stadium right here, right at the site of the First Avenue South, Fifth Avenue South, and the 16th Avenue South is right about here. So there's a new upholstery area for the new proposed stadium for the new new home for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. So USL soccer team. So this is it right here. So why there? Well, they can build themselves permanent home anyway because it's right next to the interstate. Yeah, there's literally right next to three interstates right here. It's like a tri-corridor. So like I said right now, if you're on 375, 275, or 175, there's gonna be signs everywhere for Rowdies to do the new stadium here. Even there's a billboard related to it. So yes, interstates attracts younger generations and younger folks, which soccer attracts younger generations to the end of sea. And like I said, the problem is you can't get younger generations online, so that's gonna be an issue that I didn't know about. This area, which is right at the three interstate tri-corridor, right here was the one for at 375, 275, and 175, all connected this area. So which means if they build this new soccer stadium right in the show right here, show you right here. Let's see right now that they build a new soccer stadium here. This attracts so many fans, and they end up to see it. This is good. This is gonna be the largest and the most best viewing area of all the USL. And at this point, and this is gonna be a huge attraction area really quickly. So this is perfect for the future home for the Tampa Bay Rowdies right at this site right here. So the only problem is they will not plan into it until the C Petersburg is allowed to operate demolition or implode Tampa Bay's raised ballpark Tropicana Field and implode extremely early to really allow the Rowdies to take over the spot in the 2030s. They can play a temporary home and at the women's stadium in Tampa Bay before moving here. If not, if it is only built for only women's soccer, the Rowdies will not need to they end up had to move somewhere in 2028 or 2029. So the only option is to demolish Tropicana Field and replace with the Tampa Bay Rowdies' new stadium right at its place. Yeah, and which is a better idea because this is huge amount of space for soccer stadium already. So why not? So it sounds pretty perfect for the Rowdies. So yeah, so yeah, so for the add to the additional details, This parking around it is also three highway tri-corridor. As you know, it's going to attract a lot of fans. Also, this is within the Edge District, too. There's a lot of restaurants of some sort. This is one of the best locations for soccer can get. Because there's a huge boatload of districts all around it, with restaurants and stuff, and all around it. This is pretty big. This is pretty big district here. So yeah, going to attract huge amount of Rowdies fans, which they never seen before. And they end up, yeah, they can continue to grow bigger than they want to. With the Marshall Campbell Park and Recreation Center in one place with more districts for the Rowdies on the other side of the highway too. So to attract more fans. So, or they can demolish the John Hopkins Middle School, right place with it with like a huge Rowdies district with the demolishing the Campbell Recreation Center too, for the huge district for the Rowdies, right on the other side of I-75. So, or I-175, my bad. So yeah, as well. So it's the largest district in all of Florida soccer, and then this one is to end up overtake into Miami, Orlando Lions, and even up in the Palm Beach and others of some sort as well. If this comes to be, so yeah, because as you know, Tampa Bay Rowdies is like the Portland Timbers of the East, and they didn't see why. They're literally a historical team, as you know right now. They form dynasties. They form domin, dominations. They form everything. They are a truly historic team, and they're like technically it's one of the most oldest teams in the USL. So they kind of need a better and they need a new home badly for the end of the experience one of the best teams in USL. So yeah, so so this is for the second that they need it badly. So in some sort, yeah, yeah, it's kind of combined to the yeah. If you know the Rowdies at this point, they formed. I think it's like in the same era as like a San Antonio version of the team too. Here it is. I'm gonna show you the end of the. I'm gonna show you the main history of Tampa Bay Rowdies. So the end of. Here it is. Oh no, that's the main site. My bad. Here it is. Here it is. Tampa Bay Rowdies. This is low. The end of. Again, that goes far back as 1975, which is impressive for them. Yeah, so technically, they were formed from many teams. Even most importantly, the huge roots to North American Soccer League, too, which includes other teams, and they end up very recognized too as well, like New York Cosmos, and also as well as if I look at the team chart, yeah, the Fort Lauderdale Strikers and even you guessed it, the Ottawa Fury, Royal Oklahoma City, the Scorpions, another oldest team, is now dismantled. Yeah, the Scorpions of Santorio is and now descendant overall team too, so it makes sense. Sorry, and about yeah, the Rowdies is even a descendant from the 1975 team. This is why the Rowdies is known as like the Portland Timbers of the East. Well, it kind of makes sense why. Yeah, it's a descendant from the original North American Soccer League back in the 70s and early 80s. And yeah, this team is a legend, so they see why. They form dynasties. They form legends. They form everything, which is unheard of for any team, unless it's like the Sounders or the Timbers. That's technically what that is. Because that team is huge. The other teams like the Cosmos, too, is just like the same way. So yeah. So to be on the safe side right now, yeah. So here's the other teams here. They got the Cosmos, it's like the same way. You got and here's all the others that they look at. It's even some Fort Lauderdale Strikers as well. And yes, they includes the Portland Timbers and even Vancouver Whitecaps. So yeah, even Seattle Sounders. But the problem is, those teams that I said already, yeah, the Portland Timbers never got, I think, a title out of this. The Whitecaps did. But even look all the way up, this New York Cosmos, they got 5. The Sting has 2. And they end up looking close. The Rowdies is even better than all others. They got 1 winner with 2 runner-ups. That's how good they are. So they kind of need a new stadium pretty badly, when they by way it appears. This is why, at the end, they wanted a new home to be as good as they seemed back in the 70s and 80s. They sure need way more younger audiences and also new generation, also a lot more space and more foot traffic and car traffic and otherwise and make it so popular where it is. This is why I chose this spot. It's a most likely and most expected spot and it need to be for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Right here is known as right at the Tropicana area. So in Tampa Bay, or mostly St. Petersburg there, but it's mostly within Tampa Bay. So here it is. Because they have the district, they can build bigger districts, and they can surround, and they can build more parking, and they can. So it's really good. And then do not repeat myself again. So it's some sort. So hope you like this idea I just made for the new home for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. So yeah, it kind of makes sense. So I'm kind of hoping everyone listens to me for this, even see St. Petersburg and others too, to know because this plan will work. So this makes sense for the Rowdies. So it kind of makes sense. If they play, if you decide to allow the Rowdies to play in the women's soccer team for a short time, while the new stadium's under construction, I'm okay with that. Comes after 2028 though, so better think about that right now. So for sure, they allow it or not. So we'll see. So in some sort, because with this new stadium and plan, this will help the new future generation of rowdy players. So they end up allowed to form new dynasties, new dominations, and new others for the future generations of the team and some sort in which they desire. I really wanted to see the team to the end because of how legendary they are. They should need the capacity up to 15 or 20,000 capacity, if not 25 to 30, because of how legendary they are. So yeah, so to give you a clue, what I really wanted to have for here. So this is a little end up really planned so they had to be extreme fancy of some sort because they're legends and also need to be very nice because legends and even one last thing need to be like the best image they can get for the rowdies. So that might be it. So hope you like my video. It's also see it in the next one. I'm Joshua the Cat Human and I finally am out of here. Will you live a deal now you're in? And then that's Safeway. Anyway, bye for now.